Good day, Sir Ortega. My partner and I are going to discuss about the project Clinical Information System. So I've been partner with Emerson Benatiro, and here is our final art output for the LNet project. So before I discuss about the UI, first let me state that this project has two master pages. So, ang isa is for the landing page wherein general users can view katong mga users nga dili registered sa system, so they can only navigate the home services about us and contact navigation, but ang kaning services about us and contact nga navigation is still under construction because we only focuses on the needed requirements that needs to be done for this subject. So in the home or default page, we decided to put the user login here, and about the graphical user interface, I've decided to combine colors, shades of colors, red and salmon red, because it's a best fit for this project because it is a pediatric clinical system, and I think red is a perfect fit for children because of their vibrant vibes. So that's the reason behind this psychology of colors in our project. So to proceed, if you are an employee that has already an account, then you can proceed to fill out the username and password and click login. But if you don't have an account, you might have to proceed or click the create account button. So in this case, we still don't have an employee account yet, so we have to create one. And by the way, this project has 4 types of users. We have the doctor, the nurse, the clerk, and the admin. But in my case, I can only cater for the nurse's account and the doctor's account. So to proceed, we need to create an account first for the nurse. So let's just say that the username for the nurse is Hey, I'm Nurse. The first name is Florence, and the last name is Nightingale. Now this middle name text box here is only optional since not all people have middle initials, so it's only optional. So we have a password of 213. I think there's a typo in my confirm password, so 213. So after clicking the create account, we'll receive an alert message that says that we've successfully created an account for the nurse. So click OK and go back to the home page, and we need to log in the account that we just made. So we just have to type in the username for the nurse, the Hey, I'm Nurse, and the password 213, and click login. Now as you can see here, if the user successfully logged in to the system without any errors, then that specific user will be redirected to the dashboard. But here, as you can see, since we've created an account for the nurse, it can only access the registered patient, immunization, and consultation. So in our project, we've filtered out the forms that the employee can access, and once the employee user logged into their account, their name will be positioned here in the navigation bar beside the logout button. And for the dashboard, we can see the performance rate, the number of users, and the revenue for the last month. Although this is still not quite functional well, but I think it's best for the system to have this here. And as you've noticed, there's a sidebar with the text lorem ipsum. My partner and I disregard sa mo. It's because we don't know what to put on this one, so I think for future features na lang is i-modify. So proceed to the register patient navigation. So once the nurses click the register patients, you can see this form here. The left side, you can see a patient's table where all registered patients is put once we've clicked the save button. But if a nurse click the save button, we'll get an alert message that the patient first name is required, last name is required, and so on. So we have to fill out data for this one. So let's just say that the patient's first name is Venice, the last name is Ali, the middle initial is J. Again, as I've stated, that middle initial is not required because not all persons or not all individual have a middle initial. So age is 2, the gender is female, so birthday is on April 6, 2018. The address will be Consolacion, Cebu. Contact number will be 0956-772-4913. The father's name will be Fro Ali and John Ali. So patient height is 10. So as you've noticed, there's an exclamation mark error here. It states that the height is measured in feet. So if you have a height that's unit is in centimeter, you have to convert it into feet. And once you've converted it, if a child's height is converted into feet, I don't think that it exceeds into 10. So all child's height basically does not exceed to 10. So let's just say that this child's height is 2.8, and the patient weight is let's just say 12. This patient weight is recorded in pounds, so that's it. And we have to click this save button here, and we've successfully registered a patient. So just click OK, and as you can see, the patient that we just registered has been put here in table patients. So to the next navigation, we have the immunization form. Here we can see the list of vaccines as our guide for the nurse. Um, the immunization entry, we've set the immunization code in the date automatically. So after every entry that the nurse is put or encoded, it will just increment automatically. So in this case, we have our first immunization entry. So let's put the patient code that we've just registered on the register patient. So we have with a code P0000. So press enter. So as you can see, patient 000 is not found in the record because that code does not exist in our database. So if we try to put or to encode a patient code P000, it will give us the patient name Vinil's Ali because it's the first registered patient that we've just encoded into our database. And as you can see that this weight text box and height text box is editable, so you can manipulate the data here if there's any changes. And for the vaccine information, we just refer to the table here in the left side. We have the vaccine codes and with their vac names and description along with its price and the maximum shot number and the status if it's available or unavailable. So let's just say that this patient has a vaccine code of this patient needs to have a vaccine of V00 with a shot number of 2. Let's just say none yet. So if we entered, once we've fill out the text boxes vaccine code, shot number and reaction, it will give us an alert message depending on the state that we've fill out. In this case, the vaccine with a code V0000 is not available at the moment. So because in our vaccine table here, it states that the vaccine 000 is unavailable. So we just have to find another available vaccine. Let's just say V0002 with a shot number of 1. Let's just say that there's no reaction yet, then press enter. And once we've entered that one, it will automatically displayed in the vaccine information table here. And also we can edit the table or delete any data that we wanted to modify. And let's just say that I've wanted to put the same vaccine code for this patient with shot number 1. 1. And the reaction is none. And when we enter that one, we cannot add the same vaccine code to the same patient because we only have to inject one vaccine for one vaccine of the same type to the child. But if we let's try if if we try to inject this child with another vaccine code, this will be valid. Let's just say that none. So here it will appear. Next, let's say immunized by me or the nurse. Press enter. Only the doctor and the nurse can immunize the patient, so the nurse is allowed to immunize, or the doctors. And if we click just save, we have to save this one, then we've successfully recorded an immunization. Then everything will be cleared out once we've saved our record. And like what I've stated lately, that this immunization code along with its date will the immunization code, once we've saved an entry, it will increment automatically. Since we already added an immunization entry for here, let's proceed to the consultation form. Here, like in the immunization entry, the consultation number is already set. So every consultation entry that the nurse has made or the doctors made, this consultation number is automatically incremented. So let's just say that for this first consultation entry, we have an immunization number of I000. Now this I00 refers to the first registered patient that we just created. So if we press enter, all the patient information will be displayed here to their specific text boxes, so like this. So since this immunization number is related to the patient code P00, then the information for this code will be displayed here, but not the body temperature, because we can only manually add this. So let's just say that this kid has a body temperature of 36.5. And for the diagnosis information, we have a table here at the left side as our guide. So let's just say that this kid has been diagnosed with the code D0000, and let's just say for now that the physician note will be drink more water, and press enter. So here, everything that's been inputted for the diagnosis code and physician's note will be viewed to the diagnosis information table here. And also we can edit this one, the physician note. We can update, we can delete. So let's just say that for this consultation entry, it's for the admission and laboratory test. Now let's proceed for the person who examined this consultation. So here we have a code of employee 003. So the code E003 cannot examine the consultation entry because only active physician can perform examination. So only those active doctors can examine this consultation entry. So let's just say that this consultation entry is examined by Dr. Aligway, Levin, Skye, which is me. So let's save this one, and there you go, we successfully recorded a consultation entry. So okay. So everything, once once consultation entry is saved, so everything in the text box now will be cleared out. So here you can see that the consultation is incremented to 1. So that's how the nurse's account goes. So let's log out. So for the doctor's account, since we already have an existing account for the doctor, let's just um, fill out the user login text boxes here. The username is hey I'm doctor. The password will be 1456. And so here, um, well, if we don't have any problem logging into any account, no, every user account or employee account will be redirected to the dashboard. And here I am using the doctor's account, so the name of the doctors along with its employee ID will be sectioned out here in our navigation bar. So let's proceed to the uh, navigation. So for this one, let's just say the doctor um, immunizes the patient P00 and a vaccine code 4, 2, and let's just say that the reaction for this vaccine of this kid is rashes. So we will get this alert message because um, the specified vaccine number here in our table is already exceeded, no, to shot number 1, so therefore we cannot um, use it. So although we can use it as let's just say that 1, we cannot use 2 because in our table the shot number is only 1. Then oh yes, I think the nurse already um, immunize a patient with a vaccine code of V00, so let's just say 2 this time and 1 rashes. Oh, so yes, like I said that um, once the patient has been vaccinated with the same with a with a vaccine code V002, it cannot dili na siya pwede ma-vaksinan og balik because as sa tong previous nga discussion with the nurse's account, no, I think we already used the vaccine code V002 and V004. So if ato to siyang gamiton, if atong immunize og balik si patient 000 with the same vaccine code, so mo message din siya nga kani nga patient has already taken this vaccine, so you cannot a vaccine with the same patient code. So let's just say everything here is okay. We just have to clear and let's proceed to the consultation. So let's just say that um, we have an immunization number I00 and everything, and since this immunization number I00 is related to the patient code P00, so it will read the patient code's data and be viewed to their specific text boxes, so not including the body temperature because we have to manually add the body temperature in the consultation form. So let's just say that will have a body temperature of this kid 36.5. The diagnosis: drink, drink more water. Press enter. And there you go. We just the inputted data in the diagnosis code and physician notes has been inserted to the diagnosis information table. So this consultation is for the admission and laboratory test. So let's examine it by me, since I am a doctor and I will be able to examine this form, and click save. So there you go. We've successfully recorded a consultation entry. Okay, so proceed to the prescription form. So the same with the other forms. Now, at the left side of the form, we have a guide for the medicines data, or for the medicines file. So we have this medicine code, medicine name, and the dose, and the description, and the status of this following medicine code. So let's just say for the consultation we have 00. No, just like in the consultation, no, this consultation number is related to the patient code. And if the consultation finds relation to the patient code, then the patient code will display the data here in the patient information text boxes. So let's just say that I'm going to prescribe this kid with a medicine code of 1, and quantity will be 5. Your marks is um, take 1, take once a day. So enter. So here, for the medicine to prescribe, everything, for the medicine code, quantity, and remarks, everything will be inserted to the medicine table. So here we'll see the table for the medicine, no, and what the following datas. So like the other forms, we can also edit, update, and delete this one. So to proceed, we have to save this entry. And yes, we already saved a prescription. And since we are not since I am not catering the clerk's account, so tanan prescription kay tanan activity for the nurses and doctors account, no, for the billing. So si clerk na bahala na. So in this case, for the nurses and doctor, we've already done our part. So next to the clerk's account, which is to be discussed by my partner Emerson Benatiro. So I need to log out na this one for him to discuss the process of how the billing works with the clerk's account, and as well as to the admin side. So that's it.
Okay, for this part, I'm going to be discussing about the forms or interfaces related to clerks and admins. So to start, let's create our account for clerk. So let's set our username Hey, I'm clerk. Oops, clerk. And our name, and select position as clerk. So set password, create account, and account successfully created. Okay, we have account for clerk now. So let's log in as clerk. Hey, I'm clerk. Login. Incorrect password. Okay, not the password, it's the username. 1, 2, 3. Login. Okay, we're now logged in. So as you can see here, we only have two navigation, dashboard and billing. So clerk is only allowed to access billing. So here, let's go for billing, and this is our interface or our form for billing. We have we have billing number, date, patient code, patient name, age, service type. So we have checkbox for service type and text box for immunization number and consultation or vaccine taken. So this is a grid this is a grid view for that record of consultation or vaccine and the total amount. So this billing number here is not this billing number here is read only, and also the date. This billing number is auto generated, so we have a prefix B, and this 4-digit here 0000, it this code is auto generated. So and we made a method for it. So after using this code, after saving, this code will update and will be having a B0001. And this date here is also auto generated, and this date here is based on the system's date. So as you can see, 2020 12/28, under here 2020 12/28. And the patient code, this patient code is used to identify the patient, and this immunization number is to identify the immunization record of a certain patient here. So let's try to input a non-existing patient. Let's see what's the result. So non-existing means no record at all. So P0001. Click enter, and patient record not found. And let's use the code being used on um, previous activity, like from the immunization. So P000. So this P00 already have a record. Yeah, let's click enter. And yeah, this P00 is assigned to Venice with an age of 2. And to continue for this billing process, we have to select service type. Otherwise, if we click this, if we insert directly the immunization code without that service type, without selecting service type, let's just say I0001 and click enter. So there's an alert box that it says please select or check an options from the checkboxes. So we have to check one of those. So let's try to check consultation, and it says no record found because we don't have a record for this immunization number. Click OK, and it's cleared. And let's click consultation and input an existing code with a record I0 input I0000. This is the immunization code used by this patient, P with a code P0000. And as you can see, when we click enter here, yeah, it shows the consultation information. So, and when we click the immunization, so this is the immunization record 2 and 3. So this is the vaccine used or being taken, and here is the amount of the consultation, static 500, and this vaccine is a price or amount of 1,400. This vaccine also has a price of 1,400, and the total amount, we get this total amount and this amount here. And when we click save, so we click save, billing side, everything is cleared, and yeah, the billing number is updated. So now we're done on this billing process, and I guess that's all. And billing is doesn't have a lot of controls to include upon doing its activity. And let's try to clear. Let's try to input again. 0001, enter. Patient record not found. We don't have a record for P001, so P000, P000, enter, and yeah, and then let's click clear, and it's being cleared. So everything is working here. Now let's log out and proceed to admin side. And for our admin side, we don't allow the creation of account for admin side here, because we protect our application, and admin is really does a really big part here. And let's try to log in as an admin, and this is our admin account. Log in. Okay, log in. And as you can see here, this is our admin account with our with E000 as our employee code. This is our name, and we can access all forms in our application, in our web application. So we have dashboard, register patient, immunization, consultation, prescription, billing, and this DM. This DM is for the admin only, and when we click DM, this is a DM means database management. So we can show all the tables here to view all records, and we can select individually. So we can select patient table. So here is our patient, and vaccine table, our vaccine, and we can input new vaccine here. Also immunization header, data. We only have, I guess, 4 tables where we can add new records. Let's show all table. Show all tables. Okay, here. Table for employee, patient, vaccine table, immunization header, data, vaccine patient table, diagnosis table, consultation header, data, medicine, prescription data, billing header table, and billing data. So as you can see here, this is the record we've made as a clerk. And now we can update it. We can update some values here. We can update this if we made some mistakes, but I guess we don't have mistakes here. So cancel. We can delete some, but there's no reason for us to delete any record here. So let's proceed. And this is the most great part. Okay, when we update an employee, we can set them as admin. So click admin doctor nurse. And we can change password, we can change their username, we can change some of their inputs here, their first name, last name, middle initial. And we can change them to inactive, which means they're no longer active. Okay, cancel the update. And for you to see that this update is functional, let's try to update this employee table. So employee table 1 2 3 4 5. So now the password for our clerk with a hey I'm clerk username is 1 2 3 4 5. And update, and it's lagging. I don't know why. Maybe it's the network. Let's click again. And yeah, record updated. So after that, you can see here 1 2 3 4 5. From 1 2 3 it becomes 1 2 3 4 5. And you can change all of it. And we can add. Let's try to add. So let's try to add John Do as our new employee, and with a position of doctor, and yes, he's active. Password of 1 2 3, and our password here, and our username now. Username here will be Jan. And click add. Okay, new record added. Click OK, and yeah, it's here. John has M code E0004, and that code is auto-generated. And this field here is read only. We don't have to input anything here. And that's all for the employee table, and everything here is everything here, or every table here, we can update every table here, but we cannot add new record to every table, like patient table. We don't allow to insert here for patient table, for we don't think that it's really needed. And but if ever there's new vaccine, so we can add it here. And for the diagnosis table, if there will be new available like devices for diagnosing, so we can add another diagnosis here. And for medicine, so if we have new medicine for a certain sickness, so we can add it here. So as you can see, everything is editable, and we can delete also. And there's one thing here, we can reset the database. So this reset button will remove all the acquired data upon user's interaction, which means that this data added here, this employee being added manually by the user. So when we click this reset database, this will remove all the user generated records like this John, Earth, and Florence, and this, and only this one. This one is not editable and cannot be deleted. So this is our admin account. And you can see the password here. We cannot edit it, so this is to ensure that this DM is accessible. Because what if I allow to edit it and change this to other position and everything here, and if no one is admin, then this admin side cannot be accessible at all. So we just created it that this one and only record should not be deleted. Other than that, we can edit and delete. So we can edit this record, the doctor's record, cancel edit, and we can delete. So, and every table with this controls does the same. So I think that would be all for this admin side, and it's really great to be here. So we can easily manipulate records, data, um, wrong inputs, especially the name, um, especially if they forget the password. But this password here is not the practical one, because they should not appear like this. But yeah, we may just make it appear like this so we can easily identify passwords. We can hash it if we want, but for this, since we're doing a prototype or something which should not shouldn't, where something cannot be used on a real situation, so we just put it like this. And I think that would be all. Thank you. So we have to log up now.